Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming, homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Thubten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, from Sukhavati, Mahat Twin Lotus Pond, the Padma Kumara Yidam. Sumu, Tanzan Katso, Tutan City, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, directors of temples and spiritual centers, all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do? The VIPs today from the legislation Yuan, the legislator Ma Wenjun, from the Nantou County Council, the council person Li, council person Tang, and Nantou County Civil Affairs Section, Director Wu, from the Nantou County Religion Affairs Section, Director Zhou, and also the board member Zhang, and the assistant of the legislator Xi Suhua, Miss Hong, and the missus of the former ambassador to Sweden and Norway, Dharma Sister Judy, Triveda School Scholar Groups and Medical Group, the Law Advisor to Triveda Foundation, the attorneys Lu Wenxiang, Luo Reliang, and Huang Yueqing, and the president of the Lotus Light Charity Society and producer of Living Buddha Lian Seng's Vajra Sutra exposition, Master Lian Yue, and the host, Peijun Dharma Sister, and the host for Lam Day, Master Lian He and Master Lian Jia, and the director of the Lotus Light Charity Society of Taiwan, Dharma Brother Wu, and the Jingyi Enterprise General Manager, Ms. Zhang, the wood sculptor, Dharma Brother Jian, my university same classmate Mr. and Mrs. Zhu, Grandmaster's family, the eldest younger sister, Miss Lu Sengmei, and traditional Chinese medical doctor and the president of the TCM Association of Malaysia, Professor Chen. From Indonesia, the Sea Transportation President, Dharma Brother Zhou, the Malaysian Datuk, Dharma Brother Lee, Cambodia Lee Yongfa Group Ltd, the Director Chen, and also thank you to the people who donated for meals. Dharma Brother Xiao Zijie, each for 100,000 NT dollars. And Dharma Brother Xiao Weiyu, Dharma Sister Ge Meiying, Dharma Brother Zhang Guangrong, the Reverend Lin Seng, Dharma Brother Lai Hong Lin, Dharma Brother Li Xi, Dharma Brother Lu Qi Wei, Dharma Sister Yi Xiaoming, and the family of Chen Zanwei, from Heng Yuan International Company, Dharma Sister Chen Xuanwen, each donation for 100,000 NT. Thank you. Today, we perform Padma Kumara Yidam Homa, fire offering ceremony. The Padma Kumara Yidam is Grandmaster. One night, Golden Mother brought me to see the Padma Kumara Yidam. And the Padma Kumara said, this is your past life. Therefore, there is Padma Kumara. In the religious field or in the religion field, nobody else had ever heard of Padma Kumara. Never. And I myself never heard of it before. And after the guidance by Golden Mother, I got to know Padma Kumara. And afterward, there were many Padma Kumaras appearing. The first one who spoke on Padma Kumara, I was the first one talking about Padma Kumara in Taiwan. And late afterward, someone went to Donghuang, and in Donghuang's introduction, it was mentioned directly about Padma Kumara, Lotus Youth. And then the Lanzhou University at the Gansu province published a big book on the research on Donghuang. And in the book, there was research on Padma Kumara. And tomorrow, Sunday, we will be at the little arena in Taipei. And we will have a ceremony. It's on the 9 stages of the Great Perfection, and the highest of the 9 stages of Great Perfection Dharma. And what are the 9 stages? They are the Sravakahood, Pratika Buddhahood, Bodhisattvahood, and Charya Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Mahayoga, Anu Yoga, and Adi Yoga, all together for 9. What I will talk about tomorrow in Taipei, at the little arena there, I will talk about the rainbow light transformation of the Ati Yoga. I would like to let everybody know that the Adharma Buddha, the primordial Buddha, transmitted the Great Perfection Dharma to the Baoyi youth and Baosang youth, precious mind youth and the supreme precious youth, and they are Padma Kumara. The lineage gurus of Tantrayana Adharma Buddha is also referred to as the Samantabhadra Tathagata, and he transmitted the Great Perfection Dharma and Mahamudra first to Padma Kumara. And then Padma Kumara transmitted Buddha Dharma in the heavenly realms first. And the Dharma circulated to the Saha world. Nobody ever mentioned that the precious mind youth and the supreme precious youth are or were Padma Kumara, except the Padma Kumara research at the Lanzhou University did a research on the Baosang youth and Baoyi youth, that they were the earliest Padma Kumaras. So, were Padma Kumaras that great? They turned out to be the great perfection dharmas of Nyingmapa and Mahamudra of Kagyupa. They are considered the first lineage gurus of great perfection dharma of Nyingmapa and Mahamudra of Kagyupa, the Padma Kumaras. So they were beyond my imagination. I never thought that I was that great. Beyond my expectation. That's the mantra of the primordial Buddha, the heart mantra of the primordial Buddha. And he transmitted, and the greatest lineage gurus of Tantrayana turned out to be Padma Kumaras, and they were the Baosang youth and Baoyi youth. So today we perform the Homa of Padma Kumara, and this is a great Homa. Don't think that, Padma Kumara is, but let me tell you that Guru Padmasambhava and the old school of Tantrayana is Nyingmapa. And Guru Padmasambhava went to Tibet to transmit Tantric Dharma. The lineage guru, the patriarch of Tantrayana, Guru Padmasambhava, is called the lotus born. Padmasambhava means lotus born. And what is lotus born? That means lotus youth, the same as lotus youth. So he was born from the lotus, also called the ocean-born Vajra. He manifested on top of a great lotus on the ocean. A youth that was manifested from a lotus. So the patriarch of Tantrayana, Guru Padmasambhava, is also a Padma Kumara, a lotus youth. So our True Buddha school is number one.
Number one 的那个咒音怎么讲？这个达都。
The mantra for number one is Tatu.
达都是 number one。你们这个印尼文的达都是怎么
What- In Indonesian, what does satu mean? Satu is number one.
我告诉你啊，这印尼文啊，
Let me tell you that Indonesian language,
印尼、马来西亚、
Indonesian, Malay,
这
Bahasa,
印尼文当初的所谓的阿底峡尊者到金州，
when the Venerable Guru Atisha went to
整个印尼就是
Sriwijaya,
印尼本来是佛教非常兴盛的地方。
the whole Indonesia was
印尼
called,
文、
I think it's called Sriwijaya.
梵文、
So Buddhism flourished in Indonesia, and Pali, Sanskrit, and Indonesian are
印
interchangeable.
度的这个天竺的梵语跟巴利文，
So Sanskrit, Pali, and Indonesian are related.
的后弘期的阿底峡尊者，
So the Venerable Guru Atisha of the latter Dharma propagation in Tibetan Tantrayana also went to Guru Sarlingpa in Sriwijaya, Indonesia, to learn Buddha Dharma. So Indonesia is a country of Tantric Buddhism.
你看马来西亚13州是吗？
And Malaysia
13州的
consists of 13 provinces.
全部以前过去
And all the sultans came from Indonesia.
所有的苏丹都是印尼过去，
All their sultans came from
马
Indonesia.
来西亚、
So Indonesia, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, and India
都是有关联的。
are all interrelated, and their languages
他
too.
们在发出这个咒语
So
念咒的
when
时候，
Indonesians chant mantras,
这个念咒的声音，
when I hear their mantra
它
chanting,
的咒音呢非常好听。
they're really marvelous,
真的是
very,
影响到
very nice. It's
阿底优嘎
not
就
something that you would think about. The Ati Yoga
今天呢，在台北小型山要讲，
is something that I will talk about tomorrow at the little arena in Taipei. And that is the true Great Perfection Dharma and Mahamudra, the highest Dharma
包
of
括了
Tantric
大
Buddhism.
圆生会，包括了
Oh, the highest Tantric Dharma includes the
祖
Lamde
师爷
and
都是莲华孔。
their patriarchs or their lineage gurus are all Padma Kumaras.
这大家想不到的啊，我自己都想不到。
So it's something that you never expect, right? Even I myself never did.
宝义童子，
Bao Sang youth and Bao Yi youth, who are they?
给大家知道。
So now I let you know the secret. 现在我们进入你问我答。莲花艳章问人，感恩至上。 Now we will do the question and answer.
在佛国
Question by Lian Hua Yen Zhang. So, thank you to the Dharma King Lian Seng. So, for the Bodhisattvas below the 13th ground, for them to attain the 13th ground, do they have to come to the human world in order to reach that Buddhahood? Or can they attain the Buddhahood in the Buddha lands, Buddha verses? Do you know that all the 10 Dharma realms are in the Saha world? That's not something they ever imagine. Sakyamuni Buddha attained Buddhahood in the Saha world. So there is a Buddha in the Saha world. When you read the Vimalakirti Sutra, Vimalakirti was which Tathagata? The Jinli Tathagata. So Vimalakirti was a bodhisattva, yet in his past he was Jinli Tathagata. So in the Saha world, there are Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and also Arhats and Pratika Buddhas. And in addition, there are also heavenly beings, or devas, devis. On top of Mount Meru, there are the kings of the 33 heavens. And halfway are the 4 heavenly kings. So in the Saha world, there are also the heavenly realms. And Asuras live at the bottom of the oceans. And then the human realm, which is us, we are also in the Saha world. And hells also in the Saha world. The hungry ghost realm also exists in the Saha world. In Africa, in places where they don't have enough to eat. And the animal realms, of course, in the Saha world. The 10 Dharma realms are all in the Saha world. So the Buddha verse is called the Pure Land. But the Saha world is a mixed land. The Buddhas are here, the Bodhisattvas, the Sravakas, the Pratika Buddhas, and the heavenly, Asura, human, hell, hungry ghosts, and animal beings are also here. So it is the universe or the land of the mixed beings. So let me tell Lian Hua Yen Zhang. Attainment of the 13th ground, we do have a Buddha of the 13th ground in the Saha world. Sakyamuni Buddha attained Buddhahood in the Saha world. And in the future, Maitreya Bodhisattva will also attain Buddhahood in the Saha world. So the Buddhas appear in the world, so please don't undermine the Saha world. It is the land of all Dharma realms, all 10 Dharma realms mixed together. There are sages, there are Buddhas, and all of them. And of course, in the Buddha verses, there are also Buddhas of the 13th ground. And all the same in the Saha world too. Like Sakyamuni Buddha, and before him, which Buddha was it? There was a Buddha who was never besieged to stay in samsara. It's called Topao Tathagata, the Tathagata of many jewels. Many jewels Buddha or Tathagata was the one attaining Buddhahood before Sakyamuni Buddha. He also attained Buddhahood in the Saha world. Therefore, there is a saying that the Buddhas appear in the world. But of course, in the Buddha verses, you can also have attainments of the 13th ground. Because once you get to Sukhavati, the western realm of Atmos bliss, that the Dharmakaya Buddhas are in the land of pure and serene light, and the Sambhogakaya Buddhas are in the magnificent land and the convenient land, and then the Nirmanakaya Buddhas are in the mixed land where the sages and mundane beings reside. So, of course, they also have the Buddhas of the 13th ground. All sentient beings in Sukhavati, when they hear the harmonious, elegant sound, they would naturally chant the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and practicing the 37 enlightening factors, and most importantly, the 7 Bodhi divisions and the 8-fold noble path. And by practicing the 37 enlightening factors, they can attain Buddhahood. So, of course, you can attain Buddhahood in the Buddha verses, not only in the Saha world. So, Grandmaster's thousands Dharma vessels sent off all the spirits to Sukhavati. So there they can chant or be mindful of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha and practice the 37 enlightening factors. And by practicing, every one of them will attain Buddhahood in the future, eventually. So you can attain Buddhahood by being reborn in the Saha world or in the Pure Lands and Buddha verses. That's my answer to Lian Hua Yen Zhang. And question from Lian Hua Seng Yue from Malaysia. Amitabha, Grandmaster, peace with you. Buddhism practice starts with listening, contemplating, and practicing primarily. And Grandmaster taught us that when we are young, we should listen more and then contemplate on the profundities. And by practicing, by listening and contemplating, and we listen to the spiritual companions for their teachings, that would be beneficial for our contemplation. But as your disciple, we take refuge in Grandmaster, so our refuge is only single-pointed to Grandmaster. And yet, if we practice listening to others, would that impede our single-minded refuge to Grandmaster? Would we lose our true Buddha lineage? Like I said before, true Buddha school is Satu. Or Satu in Indonesian. Satu, number one. True Buddha school is number one. However, Grandmaster also let you to travel around, to wander about, just like Confucius, to listen, to hear, everywhere. and compare. Of course, if you want to take refuge in other schools, it's fine. Grandmaster is not very small-minded. Grandmaster is all-embracing. You want to study Pure Land School? That's very good. The Pure Land School. Very good. That at the end, it's also the Pure Land Trinity meeting you and guiding you to the Sukhavati, and over there you can start practicing the True Buddha Tantric Dharma. That's good. Or you study the Dharma Laksana or Yogacara, and when you reach the deepest consciousness and the finest and subtlest, which is the immaculate consciousness, it's called the Ampanla consciousness. And that also the same as the Tantric Buddhism, Ampanla consciousness. That's through Yogacara. Or you study the Tiantai school, which is closer to Madhyamaka, and you learn that. But Tantric Buddhism is typically also Madhyamaka, Prasangika Madhyamaka. There are also different schools of Madhyamaka. And you research the emptiness, falsehood, and the middle way. The threefold contemplation in one mind, in a single mind. And that is closer to Nagarjuna Bodhisattvas. And Yogacara was transmitted by Asanga and Vasubandhu. And Nagarjuna and Aryadeva authored the Madhyamaka Karika, the 100 treatises, the 12 doors, the treatises on the 12 doors, 100 doors. So the Tiantai school is also Madhyamaka, and many other schools. And you can listen to them and come back. And let me tell you all, the spiritual cultivation of Tantrayana encompasses Madhyamaka and Yogacara. It includes both Madhyamaka and Yogacara. And for logics, that was by Dignaga and Vimalakirti. There were 6 people: Nagarjuna Bodhisattva, Aryadeva Bodhisattva, Asanga Bodhisattva, Vasubandhu Bodhisattva, Dignaga Bodhisattva, and Vimalakirti Bodhisattva were considered to be the 6 dignities of the South continent, which is Jambudvipa. The 6 people. Now you should understand Tantrayana. It includes Madhyamaka, Yogacara, and logics. You've wandered around to listen, that's fine. If whether you want to take refuge in them, that's fine. And in the future, once you get to the Pure Lands and Buddha verses, you will still practice the True Buddha Tantric Dharma. That's my answer. Tu Lien Hoa Seng Yue. The second question, Grandmaster has taught many Yidam sadhana of tantric lineage gurus, including Guru Tsongkhapa, Atisha, Milarepa, Majilakdron. So, by practicing these lineage gurus, and when we die, we will go to the Pure Lands, or we will be reincarnated in the human world based on their vows. Well, it's based on your own merit dedication. If you dedicate the merit to the Pure Land of Milarepa, or the Pure Land of Adisha, or Tsongkhapa, or Machiklaptron, that's fine. So wherever the lineage gurus are, you can be there too. You can be together with them. Once you gain spiritual union with them, you can go to their Pure Lands and be together with them. So you can practice Tsongkhapa, Atisha, Milarepa, Majilapdron. Majilapdron is the same as Saraswati. And Majilapdron is also Ishiyoka. Ishiyoka. The best disciple of Guru Padmasambhava. Ishiyoka later reincarnated as Machiklapdron. And Ishiyoka's origin was Saraswati, which is the goddess of marvelous sound. All those three are the same one. Sakyamuni Buddha, when Sakyamuni Buddha was in India, 2,600 years ago, Saraswati was the goddess of the Ganges River. Saraswati. So Machiklapdron was also Ishijogal and Saraswati. That's based on what I know. Once you gain spiritual union, and when you die, you can be together with Tsongkhapa, Atisha, Milarepa, or Majilapdron. Of course, if you dedicate your merit and you vow to be reincarnated in the Saha world, then you can come to the Saha world to deliver sentient beings. That's my answer to Lien Hoa Seng Yue from Malaysia. No more time to share jokes. As well as all the bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, ubasakas, and ubasikas. Of course, all the Brahman devas and all the heavenly kings and the dragon gods and all the heavenly beings, yaksas, gandharvas, asuras, garudas, kinnaras, mahalokas, and more. I have talked about mahalokas before that had the bodies of pythons or the big snakes. So some disciple asked me about the earthly dragon, and so Mahalokas is the earthly dragon. And who else? the bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, upasakas, and upasikas also come to attend. That's very easy to explain. So the ordained monastics, the males are called bhikkhus, the females are called bhikkhunis, and the Buddhist practitioners who abide by the 5 precepts, the males are called upasakas, the female called upasikas. So those who take refuge in the 3 jewels, and if they're women, they are called upasikas. They're easy to explain, right? No, actually it's not. What is a bhikkhu? That's a Sanskrit. Bhikkhus or bhiksu is Sanskrit. There are 2 requirements to be a bhikkhu. So may the bhikkhus here raise their hands if they understand the meaning of bhikkhu or bhiksu. Anyone? You are bhiksus. Once you're ordained, you're bhiksu. Or bhiksunis if they're women. The ones sitting on the sides, we have many of them. Anyone knows what the bhikkhu or bhiksu mean? Nobody? So if you say the right thing, I would give you this cross vajra. What did you say? What does bhikkhu mean? Let me tell you. Huh? Oh, it means beggar. They only seek 2 things. Bhikkhu is an alms beggar. They are beggars. Well, okay, I will say it, and this is for me. Bhikkhu means to seek for Buddha Dharma, to seek above for Buddha Dharma. They look up and pray to Sakyamuni Buddha for the bestowal of Dharma treasures, that is Buddha Dharma. So they beg for Buddha Dharma above, and they beg for alms, food and clothes below. So begging down for food and clothes which are given by sentient beings. So, and they beg for Buddha Dharma. And that's called bhikkhu. And the original meaning in Sanskrit is beggar. So once you're ordained, then you beg for food and clothes. So sentient beings can make offering to you. But if you don't have any Buddha Dharma on you, then you're not called bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. So they beg for Buddha Dharma above, and they beg for food and clothes below. So they are beggars. So Grandmasters, everything is given by sentient beings. Clothes, bags, they're all given by sentient beings. The Lama robe, the dragon robe were all made by sentient beings. So I have the clothes, I have the food, of course. Tonight I would eat at the Taiwan temple. It's also given by sentient beings. See, everybody made offerings of $100,000 each. So, of course, they were all given by sentient beings. So, but if you don't have Buddha Dharma on you, you wouldn't be called bhikkhus or bhikkhunis. That's why, let me remind you, it's not easy to be a bhikkhu and bhikkhuni. You have to master Buddha Dharma in order to be called bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. If you only accept offerings by sentient beings, but you don't understand and you don't have any Buddha Dharma, then you're not qualified to be a bhikkhu or bhikkhuni. You have to embody all kinds of Buddha Dharma. And once you do that, then you're an Acharya. But if you're not, then you wouldn't be an Acharya. You wouldn't be called an Acharya and you wouldn't be called a bhikkhu. So you need to understand Buddha Dharma first in order to be called a bhikkhu or bhikkhuni. Therefore, these terms today, bhikkhus and bhikkhunis, are very difficult to explain. Generally, people just say, well, once you become ordained and vow to abide by the precepts, then you're called bhikkhus and bhikkhunis are the woman, and bhikkhus are the man. But not only that, listen attentively. Above, you beg for Buddha Dharma, and below, you beg for food and clothes. Now, do you understand? And upasakas and upasikas, they take refuge in the three jewels and they abide by the 5 precepts. For the males are called upasaka and the females are called upasikas. And they all came to attend the grand and marvelous ceremony of Sakyamuni Buddha. That's all for today. Master Lianzi, what time is dinner? Any time is fine. Then you will starve me. Let me share jokes. Last night, I saw my wife alone. And she drank the whole bottle of gaoliang, sorghum liquor. And she was still very sober. And I cried. It's not that I didn't want her to drink, but 20 years ago, I gave her a glass of beer and she fell on my lap and said that now you made me drunk and so you are responsible for me all my life. Then I've been cheated by her for 20 years because the wife has a very high tolerance for alcohol. A classmate had some inflammation on their gum, and the doctor said that he had to have a surgery. And he said, I'm very nervous. I've never had gum surgery before. And the doctor said, oh, don't be nervous because it's my first time too. And the nurse came and asked, so is the anesthesia to be injected inside or outside the mouth? And the doctor said, how about on his leg so that he doesn't run away? Xiaoming had an online friend that's been chatting for 1 year. And the online name is the Lonely Little Girl. So today she invited him to her house. And Xiaoming lied to his family and drove for 100 miles and got there. And someone opened the door and she was in her 50s. So my heartbeat skipped and asked, so are you the lonely little girl? And then she said, Mom, someone's looking for you. Xiaoming almost fainted. So there are lots of scams on the internet. Be careful. Don't be scammed. An old lady is walking on the street and got hit by the car and sent to the hospital. And her hand is on her chest. And she looks suffering. And a nurse asked, so which one would you like to see? And she said, of course, both of them. A lady called for a taxi. And she said, I am at the Zhongshan Road and I need a taxi. And the driver asked, what do you wear? A blue shirt and white skirt. And the driver says, to where? To my knee. Where to? And to my knee. And nobody laughed. You can laugh when you think through it and understand. Okay, tomorrow, come to Taipei Little Arena. To listen to Grandmaster talking about Ati Yoga. The peak of the 9 stages. It's the greatest and the highest Dharma. Once you listen to it, you can be like Guru Padmasambhava in the future, transforming into rainbow light. Thank you for coming today, and thank you to all the VIPs. And every one of us is a VIP. Because if you believe in the Buddha Dharma of Sakyamuni Buddha,
你皈依了，出了
and you have taken refuge in True Buddha School,
你就是永远的贵
then
宾。
you are an eternal VIP.
我们永远都是第一名的。
And we are always number one.
明天要讲第一名的
Tomorrow, I will talk about the number one Buddha Dharma.
大家每一个人要准备将来要成佛的。
And every one of us should be ready to attain Buddhahood in the future.
谢谢大家，Om Mani Padme Hum.
Thank you, everyone. Om Mani Padme Hum.